All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is County Legislator Christopher Johnson. As you all know, a few weeks ago, um, we had a hero sighting. Normally, when we think about heroes, at least when I do, I think about Marvel characters with superpowers and capes. However, what we saw this time was an everyday hometown hero. When a security guard by the name of Officer Jeff Anderson was driving on the highway and found a car stuck in the middle of the road, he did what any hero would do, and he stopped to see what had to be done, and he saved individuals from danger. One of those individuals we have with us is Eva.
Huh.
And so we're just so glad to be joined as well here at Boyce Thompson School, where Officer Anderson works. We're joined by Principal Dr. Washington, as well as the Assistant Principal Majors and fifth graders, whom this hero, who gets to see him each and every day as he makes sure that as they traverse the hallways, as they walk around the school, that they're safe. But he took his heroism to another level outside of this building and to the streets of Yonkers and Westchester. And so we're here today to congratulate him, to recognize him for the work that he's done here and in the community. I'm going to ask for my colleague, Ruth Walter, to come to the microphone and say a few words, and then you'll hear from our hometown hero. Thank you.
Good morning, Boyce Thompson School. Thank you to the teachers, students, staff, and administration for coming together this morning to honor one of your own, Mr. Jeffrey Anderson. I'm Ruth Walter, Westchester County Legislator for District 15, and I'm here with my colleague Chris Johnson, Legislator for District 16, and Eva Gaston, one of the women who was rescued from the Cross County Parkway by Mr. Anderson. I've known Eva since she was a freshman in high school. She's now a rising sophomore at Iona College, and she is a wonderful person, and you'll hear from her in a minute. Don't we all need good stories right now? Don't we need to hear of the everyday acts that show kindness, generosity, and self-sacrifice? I know I do. This has been a really difficult year. COVID has taken lives, taken away health, taken our normal routines of seeing each other face to face, especially for students. But we are coming through it. We are seeing the results of care for one another, wearing masks, getting a vaccine, keeping distant until we can finally say, hopefully this fall or winter, that we beat this thing. What Mr. Anderson did that day on the Cross County Parkway, stopping his own car and helping two strangers to safety, is truly inspirational. There's a story like this in the Bible, the Good Samaritan, that's been told for thousands of years. We see how Mr. Anderson helped someone he wasn't related to, wasn't working with, didn't know. He helped a stranger, and that's a beautiful thing. I'm honored to present Mr. Anderson with a certificate of appreciation from myself and Legislator Johnson. We at the Westchester County Board of Legislators salute you, and we thank you for setting an example of what community really means. Thank you. Okay, Ava, do you want to hand that to the officer?
And now I would like to present the County Board of Legislators Westchester County Award, Jeffrey Anderson.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Anderson.
Thank you.
And I'm going to call Mr. Anderson up to speak just after we also present him with a $50 gift certificate to Target.
Thank you.
Please say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. I'm humble for this situation. First, I'd like to start to say I want to pray for the people that passed away from COVID, people that survived the COVID. I think the country and the city of Yonkers has done a great job to get us back at normalcy, to get back on our feet. Also like to thank my principal, Dr. Washington, and Assistant Ms. Majors, who I worked for plenty of years, over 20 years, who told me that, it's about children. It's not about myself, it's about children. And that day, I wasn't thinking about myself. I was thinking about a normal person in the middle of the highway that just needed my help. Sometimes, with the climate that we're in now, we need to focus on other people, not just ourselves. And I'm just humbled just to meet a fine, young lady like that, going to college, which is important. but also want to express there are millions of Jeff Andersons in the world. And I just hope and pray that we all could come as one people, which is we're on our way to that, that higher plane now. So I'd like to just thank you for this award, and I'm a hometown hero for Westchester, and I would like to thank the legislators and Mayor Spano, Dr. Casada, the Board of Presidents, and everybody else in Yonkers. Thank you for the award. Also, I want to do is the $50 gift certificate. I want to donate this to my classmates for them to have lunch.
Oh my God.
Because that's, I think they deserve it more than I do. So thank you, everybody, and have a nice day.
God bless you.
All right.
So you can see what a real hero looks like, always giving of himself, even when receiving your own flowers, deciding to share them with others. I want to call up one last speaker before we depart. Actually, two. Ava, you want to say something?
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask for Miss Eva Gaston, one of the women that was saved by our hometown hero, to say a few words. And then the last speaker we'll have, because our principal and assistant principal mostly like to speak to students and parents, we'll have a member of the Board of Trustees, Lakeisha Collins, come up and talk from the school's perspective about what it's like to have such an amazing employee in the school district. Please, Ava.
Yes. A few weeks back, approximately 2 weeks ago, Wednesday, my mother and I were driving, down Cross County Parkway. And everything was fine, and the accelerator, bam, we stopped accelerating. So, long story short, both the cars passed by, and then Mr. Anderson shows up. And he's like, hold on. And he pulls to the emergency lane, and he's risking his life. Meanwhile, mind you, there are like cars passing right in front of him. So he really risked himself. He risked his life, and he told my mother was driving, and he told my mom to drive to this emergency lane in order to, because we ran out of gas, and he told us to put it in park. Long story short, he told us to back up, and then he got us to the emergency lane. So thank you. Long story.
Trustee Collins, and then one of our young students are going to say a few words, and we'll wrap up. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Board of Trustees in Yonkers Public Schools, we congratulate a hero that we have here in Mr. Jeff Anderson. I've had firsthand knowledge of the work he's done because not too long ago I locked my keys in the car after a meeting, which I've done about 4 times recently, and Mr. Anderson came to my rescue on that day. So he's done it time and time again, and he's shown us what it's like to be a hero. He makes us proud to be from Yonkers Public Schools, and so on today we honor you, and on behalf of the board, I say once again, thank you for all that you do for Yonkers Public Schools. Thank you. Thank you.
I believe one of our young people wants to say a few words.
I would like to say, my name is Luna Lopez, the student of Boyce Thompson, and I would like to say thank you, Mr. Anderson, for always being there for every student who's having a really bad problem. Every time a student is struggling with something, Mr. Anderson always have something to say, and he's always making every student laugh. Even though some student might have some problems with him, he still doesn't give up on them. He still always help them. Every time they're in this problem, they always know. He always have to say something nice to them. Even though I personally don't know him much because I barely talk to him, but I can tell he's a nice gentleman. But for what he did was good, and I hope in the future he accomplished something he wants to do and keeps doing. That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Any questions? Hearing none, thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you.